you guys had an excellent first week of 2023. As we always do every weekend, this is going to be our watch list for the coming week. First one being Boeing, second one Baba, third one Meta, fourth one FedEx, and then the fifth one Tesla. Hope you guys have a great week. If you enjoy, smash that like button. Thank you. Hey guys, hope you're all having a great weekend. This is going to be our breakdown here, highlighting SPY first, some interesting movement here on Friday within this one that I wanted to cover, as well as what we can expect to see within the coming week. Basically what we get here from 11.11 all the way up here into 12.13 is consolidation, similarly to what we just saw here for almost 3 weeks here, ever since 12.16 here. Basically sideways consolidation here. Friday finally poking above this consolidation zone here. Now, this isn't something that I'd recommend just automatically buying on the breakout here for the continuation move. What I personally look for is a follow through and confirmation here. So what happens is a lot of times when you get these consolidation zones here, and let me just highlight this here, when you get this first poke out, you end up getting a rejection. Similarly to when we get the poke down here, and see how we trade back into the range. I personally wait for a day two follow through. In this case, watching this 387.20 area for a continuation to the upside with a target up here into this 399.400 psych level region here. But very promising movement here on some volume here on Friday. Watching this again for a continuation move, for a move up into this 399 area, 400 region above. Now let's zoom out to this weekly chart here. Really interesting movement here on the weekly chart is we get a double inside bar, almost forming a triple inside bar here, excluding that movement here on Friday. A very rare occurrence here on SPY to have that much chop and that much consolidation for 3 weeks in a row here. Again, you can see from this sell-off here that we got back here at the beginning of January of 2022, not much consolidation like we've seen right now. And typically what happens when you get this contraction and this consolidation is it leads to a bigger move here. What I want to see again is that 387 region to hold here, or if on this weekly chart we break below this 376.69 area, 376 area, I do think we see a lot of rapid selling here after the shakeout here. Algos will move this down here, likely into this 369 area below here. So watching this, lots of consolidation. If we do hold above 387, liking this one personally to the upside here, targeting into that 400 region. If we do get a gap or a curl, and trap here, forming new lows below this weekly candle, I do think we see a lot of selling pressure here after this shakeout here, trapping those orders and pushing this to the downside. With that being said, the first play of the week is going to be Boeing, and this was, again, one that was on our watch list last week. Excellent movement here. We said watching this above that 191.21 region, currently up over into this $210 region. So clearly a very strong break here. Now, as for what I'm watching here on this one, we're trying to hold this gap region here at 210. If we do hold this, I do think we have potential to crack up into these 52-week highs here at 229. Again, very strong mover here. This would not surprise me to pull back here, getting pretty extended here. You can see these 4 bars here after this breakout. Strong movement here. Very, very nice breakout from last week's watch list here. I would personally want to see a pullback here into this 209 region. See if we can hold up here. You can see this is where we gapped up, formed a wedge before breaking out here into this 223 area. So watching this break, retest here into this 209 area, want to see if buyers can step up for a continuation move up into that 223 area. But again, very nice cup and curling consolidation breakout here. See, we get this move up here, shaking out these orders here on 1222 into this low volume consolidation region here. Finally making the curling move, breakout, and you can see buyers in complete control of this particular equity here currently on some volume here on Friday. So watching this again, pullback 209 area, eyeing to take this one to the upside here this week, potential up into that 223 area here. The second one that's had some strength surprisingly here lately, and we're not in a downtrend macro environment here anymore on Baba. You can see basically all the way back here since 10/26 of 2020, sell off, downtrending structure here. Now we're trying to flip the script. If we go into the daily chart here, we're starting to form net higher lows and higher highs, indicating a potential reversal, or obviously a reversal here, but a shift in the structure here on this particular name. Personally, want to see if we can hold this 107 area here. You can see a very, very strong region here. Reject, sell off, breakthrough, tried to hold as a support, broke down, gapped up, and then we chopped here before breaking down all the way down here after this rejection here into this into this later part of July here. Want to see again this 107 area hold here, 110 potential above here on this one. Nice gap up here. We get this gap up here on 1.4. Sellers pushing this down into 96. Buyers taking complete control, closing this up into this 104 area on strength here. I do think if we can hold this 107.40 area, do get this move up into 110. Above that, we have potential up here to fill this gap up into 115.42. But again, personally need this to hold this area here. If we do pull back and see some selling pressure, watching this 104.80, 105 area for a intraday bounce play to take this move to the upside here on the coming week. The third play, one that's also been strong here lately and one that was also on our watch list last week, we said watching Meta, if we can hold that 124.92 area, well, now we're pushing up into this 130 plus region. So nice gap up here, formed a doji, attempted reversal, and then we got some downside here on Thursday. Friday, we got downside buying pressure again into this 126 area. You can see buyers taking control, closing this up with a hammer candle near this 130 area. So if we do hold 130, I do think we fill back up into this prior consolidation area up here in this 137.86 area, and above that into that 140 psych level. Liking this breakout after a very long consolidation base here. Finally getting this breakout, retest of 125 holding here, and then pushing to the upside. If we do get some selling pressure here on this one, watching this 125 area for a potential intraday bounce move with a move up into this 130 region above here. But again, nice breakout here following last week's watch list. Breakout, retest of that 125 area that we mentioned was key. Now targeting up into this 137.86, 140 region above this week. The fourth play, one that's also surprisingly breaking out, but one that's needed some added confirmation here. So you can see breaking out of this range here on Friday on FedEx. You can see we're poking our head above this 184.17 area here. Now what I want to see is if we get some selling pressure here, I want to see us hold this 184.17 area. The last thing that I want to see is if we get a breakout and then we end up cracking the lows down here, so we get this push up, ends up being a trap and then move lower. That is going to be what is referred to as a bull trap, and you need to be careful for that. So what I would like to see is either a continuation on strength for that confirmation of the breakout here, or a breakout that we got here on Friday, retest into this 184.17 area, holds this candle low here for a continuation move here, potentially the gap fill up into this 203.17 area where we got this massive gap down on earnings. Obviously not likely to hit within this next week, but very, very nice consolidation breakout move here. Now let's see if we can get that added confirmation, either with buyers taking control here on Monday, forming a continuation, or if we get a pullback into 184.17, holding that region here on Monday. Now the last one that's been on our watch list quite a bit lately is going to be Tesla, simply because the volatility is there. This has been a name and play almost every single day here as of late, especially considering the sell-off that we've had from back here up into 308 all the way down into 101.80. Finally getting some buying pressure here with authority. So you can see in a lot of these sell-offs here, that basically since the sell-off started in late November, early December, we have not had very strong buying presence at all. You can see this weaker buying, weaker getting sold into. All of these are weaker buying candles here. Where do we get the first sign of strength? Right here on Friday. And in fact, let's go into the 5-day, 5-minute chart. We gapped all the way down to 101.20 during the pre-market on a lot of weakness, down almost 7%. And what do? We rally, end up closing up 2.5%. So immense amount of strength here on Tesla. Watching this above the short-term level here at 114, you can see we tried to hold this here. What was this day on Tuesday? We bounced, failed, moved lower. Then we rejected this here on Wednesday, and then we couldn't hold this on this pre-market bounce here on Thursday, testing this region here on Friday and rejecting. But very, very strong strength here. If we do hold that 114 area, I do think we have potential to trade back up into this 120 region here on a day 2 follow through. Very, very nice strength here. I do think we see a follow through if we can hold that 114 region above here. That being said, that wraps up our watch list for the week. If you did enjoy this video, if you could please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, it would mean the world to us. And if you are interested in checking out our team, feel free to check out simplified-investing.com today. We would love to have you guys on board. Hope you guys all have a great weekend and look forward to trading with you all next week. Thank you.